It's Saturday. I know you're wondering, you've heard all of this information, how all that you've heard applies to you. Well, Reverend Jackson teaches us that there are 3 actions that we can use to change the conditions that impact us, the issues that we are trying to address. We can speak with our consumer dollars. 2, we can speak with our marching feet. 3, we can speak with our votes at the polls. This past week, you've seen Reverend Jackson leading demonstrations at Howard University and other universities. He's been marching outside of court buildings in Wisconsin and Georgia. And we're going to continue to march and use our nonviolent tactics and demonstrations to raise visibility of the issue, to raise awareness on those issues that we're concerned about. Reverend Jackson is also calling for you to join me and the Rainbow Push Consumer Club. We want 100 consumers in 50 cities across America to organize, to use their dollars to move corporations to reinvest in communities of color, to hire and promote women and people of color, to retain professionals and contractors and suppliers from black-owned businesses and operated by African Americans and people of color. We want to make sure that corporate America is functioning in a diverse and fair and equitable manner. Today, I'm asking you to join us in the fight for one fair wage. What does that mean? We're going to use our consumer power to fight for those who live on tips. I'm talking about restaurant workers. Most restaurant workers earn on an average $2.13 at the federal level, up to $5 per hour. This is it's called a sub-minimum wage. Tip workers in Illinois are mostly people of color. 63% of tip workers in Chicago are people of color. The restaurant industry is the fastest growing and largest industry sectors in the United States, but it is the lowest paying. We're going to stop that. They're giving people sub-minimum wages, asking people to live off of tips. In nearly 40 of the 50 states, restaurant workers are making $5 an hour or less. After emancipation, the restaurant industry lobby sought to hire newly freed slaves. This idea of tips was hire the free labor and then just let them live off of tips rather than use the tips as a bonus. And now there are only 7 states that are willing to pay one fair wage, a full minimum wage. That's Alaska, Minnesota, Montana, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington. Not Illinois, not New York, not California, not Georgia. So 50 to 70% of all of the tip workers surveyed in Illinois were unable to access unemployment insurance or were unable to access unemployment benefits. As a result, many of them were unable to get food, so that's where the food lines and our food depositories have increased. Many of them were unable to pay utilities. They had to apply to this one fair wage entity for some support. 80% that applied for support said they didn't have enough money for 2 weeks of groceries. 90% could not pay rent. So what am I asking you to do? I want you to join me. We're going to go restaurant by restaurant. You and I eat out. Well, we're going to ask the question of the waiters and of the bus people. Do you make a minimum wage? That is, do you make $15 an hour? And if that restaurant is not paying them $15 an hour, we're going to talk to the owner of the restaurant or the restaurant chain, and we're not going to support that chain unless they're willing to pay one fair wage. That is a minimum wage for all workers. It is unconscionable to think that somebody can live off of less than $15 an hour. You do the math, you do the multiplication, and you will see, can you live off of $2.30 an hour? Or maybe if you go higher, $5 an hour for a 40-hour week. 5 times 4 is 20. $200 a week. Could you live off of $200 a week, feed your family of 4 or 2, and pay rent and pay utilities? Of course not. It's not right. It's not fair. And they're working hard every single day. That's why we want you to be a consumer. If you want to join the Consumer Club, call us right now. 773-256-2700, 773-256-2700. Call us right now. Tell us you want to be a consumer. How can you be a consumer? Join Push. Go to rainbowpush.org and press donate. You can become a member right now. And then after you get your membership, we want you to join the consumer club. We are signing up consumers all across America. We want 100 consumers in 50 cities across the nation. We're fighting for one fair wage for the tip workers. We don't want anybody to live in a substandard life, and we're eating and giving these corporations our dollars each and every day. Won't you join me in the fight? Join the consumer club. Fighting for you is what we do absolutely best. Serving you is what we do. And pushing with you is how we are able to change the condition. Remember, it's with our votes, with our dollars, and with our marching feet. You keep hope alive. This year, as we've done in past years, I want to thank the Gibson's family of restaurants. We're going to provide prepared Thanksgiving meals for 400 people in the city of Chicago. I want to thank Gibson's for providing the meals, and that's a small investment that we can make to say to people, we care about you, we're thinking about you. It's going to be a fabulous Thanksgiving dinner for those that we can serve. And we want to do more. If you want to help invest in what we do for Christmas, we're going to try to have coats and want to have toys for children. We need you to help. Your dollars will make the difference. Your investment in us will help us help others. That's what Reverend Jackson said, help us before you need help. Pushing for you is what we do.